Bhavani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, welcoming all of you. After some gap, we are discussing Srimad Bhagavatam. So today we are going to discuss about Pandavas retiring from the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. What is the cause for their retirement? Is what is a major discussion. Generally, we retire. People retire from their job because there is a rule. After 58 years or 60 years, one has to retire. And sometimes people who do self business, they don't retire till the last moments of his life. And sometimes children get frustrated that father is not retiring and the child is not getting the opportunity to do the business. So you have seen various things. Now today we are discussing about the retiring of Pandavas. Why do they retire? How they retire is a matter of subject matter of discussion. And they are the ideal. Pandavas, being the devotees of Krishna, they are ideal for us. We will get a lot of lessons today. When should we give up material attraction, material attachment? So Pandavas were retiring timely, the right time is explained here. So let us go to the discussion. I'll share my screen. All of you can unmute and we'll start with the prayers to Srimad Bhagavatam. Please repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
ॐ
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
Om Namo Bhagavate
भगवते
Vasudevaya.
वासुदेवाय
नमो भगवते
ॐ नमो भगवते
वासुदेवाय
वासुदेवाय
Narayanam Namaskritya.
नारायणं
नारायणं
नमस्कृत्य
नमस्कृत्य
Ram Chaiva
नारायणं
Narottamam
नमस्कृत्य
नरं चैव नरोत्तमम्
Devim
नरं चैव
Saraswati
नरोत्तमं
Vyasam
देवीं
देवीं
सरस्वतीं
सरस्वतीं
व्यासम्
To Jayamudiraye
ततो
जयमुदीरयेत्
जयमुदीरये
Ashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu
नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु
नष्टप्रायेषु
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
नित्यं
नित्यं
भागवते सेवया
सेवया
Bhagavati Uttama Shloke
भगवती
भगवते उत्तमश्लोके
उत्तमश्लोके
Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki.
भक्तिर्भवति
भक्तिर्भवति
नैष्ठिकी
So today's topic, please mute yourself. The Pandavas retire timely. So Lord Sri Krishna, after performing his earthly pastimes 5,000 years back, and Lord completed his pastimes and he left. And Arjun had gone to Dwaraka to see Krishna to know further instruction. Is there is any plan? Can we take part in your Leela? Do we have any opportunity to serve you? Asked these questions, Arjun had gone to Dwaraka. So this is the symptom of a devotee. Devotee of Lord will be always seeking Krishna Can you please engage me in your seva? Krishna, what can I do? So always asking for the seva. So the Arjun has gone to Dwaraka to ask these questions. Then he happened to know all the things are, he was there, things were happening, and all the Yadus were fighting and they were all dying, means they are leaving their bodies, and Krishna also left his body. So all these things happened. So Arjun came back, yet to tell the details. Arjun came back to Hastinapur. In Hastinapur, Yudhishthira is waiting for Arjun, and Arjun came with a great sadness in the face, no energy. His body was fully weak, pale, no luster in the body, head down. There is a tears in his eyes, and never such sadness in Arjuna's face was visible in the past. So Yudhishthir made these observations and asked various questions. Arjun, what happened? So Yudhishthir finally got a hint and idea. Maybe your dear Krishna has left the planet. Is that the reason you are unhappy? So now Arjun is expressing strong feelings of separation from Krishna. So hearing Yudhishthira's speculative inquiries, so Yudhishthira asked various questions. So that is why his inquiries. Suta uvacha evam Krishna saka Krishno bhartra rajna vikalpitaha nana shankaspadam rupam Krishna vishlesha karshitaha. Suta Goswami said, Arjuna, the celebrated friend of Lord Krishna, was grief stricken because of his strong feeling of separation from Krishna. Over and above all Maharaja Yudhishthira's speculative inquiries, Maharaja Yudhishthira asked various questions to his younger brother Arjuna. Why are you unhappy? So many questions he asked. That is also made him very disturbed. Also, he was feeling very much separated from Krishna because Krishna has disappeared. So Arjuna was grief stricken. He was very, very unhappy. So, due to grief, Arjuna's mouth dried up. He was not able to speak. No words are coming from Arjuna's mouth. Lost his luster of the body. No brightness in the body, no life in the body. Couldn't speak, is not able to speak. And there is tears rolling down from Arjun's eyes, but he is trying to check that with a great difficulty. With a great difficulty, finally, Arjun said, the Lord, my intimate friend, has left me. Thus, my astounding power, which astonished even Devatas, is no longer with me. You know, I told this story earlier that once in a village there was a celebration. In the village celebration, they carried the village goddess on the back of a designated donkey. So there was a big celebration. The donkey was carrying the goddess, and the people all over the streets, they were waiting for the goddess to come over the donkey, and they were showering flowers. They were also offering obeisances, touching their head on the ground in front of the donkey. The foolish donkey thought, oh, now I have become a big man, big person now. Whole village surrenders to me. The donkey thought like that. Donkey did not realize that it is this respect is actually meant for the goddess who's seated on me. I'm carrying, that is why I'm receiving the respect. However, the donkey next day walked on the same streets, and donkey did not find anybody waiting for him. And he became very angry. He started praying, loudly making noise. So all the village people came with the stone and stick, beat on the donkey. So donkey got its treatment. For the ego, the donkey is thinking, I have become a big person because people are showering flour onto me, upon me. People are bowing down their head in front of me to the ground. Actually, people are not bowing down to the donkey, they're bowing down to the goddess. Similarly, if anybody thinks, I am the controller, I am the master, the man, the people have created God, I am very powerful. So, all such ego will be crushed in a over a period of time. It all will change. So, therefore, we are trying to understand how the Arjun is feeling. His power is taken away when Krishna was not there. We'll discuss that more. Before that, what did Arjuna say? My Lord has left. Then he said, very important verse. You can all unmute and chant this verse after me. Yasya kshana viyogena,
यस्य
यस्य क्षणयोगेन
yasya kshana viyogena,
यस्य क्षणयोगेन
loko hi apriya darshanaha.
लोको हि अप्रियदर्शनः
तस्य को हि
Tena rahito
अप्यदर्शनः
hi esha,
उक्तेन रहितो हि एषा
कृतकः प्रोच्यते यथा.
मृतकः प्रोच्यते यथा
All of you, please mute. I will explain. Arjun said, I have just lost him, Krishna, whose separation for a moment would render all the universes unfavorable and void, like bodies without life. If Krishna's separation, you see, sometimes people think, oh, Arjuna was very fortunate. Arjun was always with Krishna. Why I am not getting such opportunity? Why am I not being Krishna like Arjun? Sometimes people, Arjun always had a Krishna association. But you will see what is Arjun's consciousness. Yasya kshana viyogena, little bit of separation for a moment, kshana viyogena, one kshana, the Lord is not there. For Arjun, whole universe looks unfavorable and void. It is not at all interested. The universe is no more favorable, no more interesting. And it's void, it is nothing is there. Like the bodies without life, dead bodies have no. Even if you see the dead body, you should take bath. So dead bodies have no value because Atma has left the body. So the Lord's separation, when a devotee feels it is so serious, that means the devotee has made advancement. So Arjun is, since he feels this kind of yoga from Krishna, so he has become very sad. Then Arjun starts recalling Krishna's favors. What all Krishna has done in our life. Sometimes we forget to recognize God's, Krishna's role in our life. Every moment of our life, Artha, Bhokta, Dhananjaya, he is the maintainer, he is the protector. Please remember this. Krishna is our protector, Krishna is our maintainer more than anybody else in this world. The food you eat is getting digested, it is because of Krishna. Vaishwanaraha, Agni in your stomach. Imagine if your food is not getting digested even for a day, you have to see a doctor. You are able to see through your eyes, so perfectly created and maintained by the Lord. A small prick to your eyes can make your eyes blind. So Krishna is protecting, Krishna is maintaining. and constantly whole the earth which we are seated. Today we have our land, we have our house, we have our business, we have so many things, our company or whatsoever, standing on the earth. This earth equilibrium is maintained because of Krishna's desire, Krishna's wish. The scientists say the moon is rotating around the earth, hence, earth has certain equilibrium. Otherwise, there could be an earthquake. And the earth is revolving around the sun and exactly in its precision. And it is tilted 23.5 degree. That is making the earth different seasons of rainy season, winter season, summer season, and sweet fruits and varieties of food has been created for us. Look how Krishna is maintaining all of us. Huge setup, our body, maintenance of our body, maintenance of this earth, sky, water, everything is Bharta, Bhokta, Dhananjaya. Pitaham Masya Jagato, Mata, Dhata, Pitamaha. Such Krishna, that Krishna's protection, Krishna's love, Krishna's favor to us is much bigger than anybody else in this world. Somebody may deliver few things to us, and somebody may give us some favor. Krishna's favor is much, much, much higher than anybody can favor to us. So Arjun is recalling not only these favors, Krishna was very intimately involved in Arjun's life. He was like intimate friend of Arjun. So Krishna, the Arjuna is remembering Krishna like this in separation, in the mood of separation, viraha. Only by Krishna's mercy I won Draupadi's hand. How was Draupadi? It's a big story. How Draupadi's hand Arjun could win only by Krishna's mercy. I defeated Indra in the Kandavana story of Mahabharata, where the forest, the Arjun and burnt it and all that. So that is, he defeated Indra by Krishna's mercy. Bhima defeated Jarasandha because of Lord Krishna. The offenders of Draupadi were all killed by Krishna's mercy. So, in personally, Krishna is involved in Pandava's life. We were all saved from Durvasa's anger because of Krishna. Arjuna is remembering all this. I killed Nivata Kavacha, demons. Nivata Kavacha was a demon who had a boon. No Devata can kill him. He became so powerful, he was beneath the water. Then Indra requested Arjun. So Arjun, with the blessings of Krishna, in the fierce battle with the Nivata Kavacha, he killed the demon. And I regained the king Virata's cows. When the Kauravas had attacked Virata, and Virata Maharaj had Bhimasena, they had gone somewhere else. That time Arjun uh, was acting like a chariot driver. So chariot driver of Virata Maharaja's son Uttar, and he was driving the chariot, and he Brahannada. He was in a Brahannada, in a incognito. So that time he defeated all the Kauravas, including Bhishma, Drona, everybody by one Sammohana Astra. They all fell unconscious because of Arjun's fierce fighting ability. That is also by Krishna's mercy. Kauravas' army was destroyed by Krishna's mercy. Invisible, invincible weapons of Bhishma, Drona, Karna, etc. couldn't even touch a hair on my head. How Arjuna is remembering. Arjuna is saying, even on my hair they cannot touch. That much Krishna has protected me. Then he says, oh my God, such a Krishna. And what did I do? Oh, such a powerful Lord. And I did a mistake, I think. It was by his mercy only that my enemies neglected to kill me. when I descended from my chariot to get water from the thirsty horses. And it was due to my lack of esteem for my Lord. I dare to engage him as my chariot driver, for he is worshipped and offered services by the best men attain salvation, to attain moksha. So many great men are doing tapasya and they were offering worship to Krishna, rendering service to Krishna. Such a person, Arjun is saying, such a person I engaged him as my driver, chariot driver. So he is thinking, he is lamenting, he is thinking of Krishna deeply like this and feeling very sad. And Krishna has left. So then, remembering intimate moments, Arjun says, I remember his frank talks, and he will very nicely talk, sometimes tease me, and I tease him. Sometimes he smiles very nicely with me, very lovingly addresses me, Partha, like this. Sabyasachi, Dhananjaya, Arjuna, very so nicely. Our Krishna is addressing Arjun. In Bhagavad Gita, again and again and again, Krishna says Arjun's name. Every verse, so many times is Partha, Dhananjaya, Arjuna, so Bharata, descendant of Bharata dynasty. So many names Krishna calls him. And I am overwhelmed. And he tolerated my offenses. Krishna tolerated all that mistakes I have done. Who is that Krishna? He is a maintainer, who is a protector, who is behind everything. He was tolerating, he was playing with me, he was staying with me. What a moment. I was defeated, but now what has happened? Then Krishna has left this planet, winded up his pastime. The principal queens also left. They all left. Then Krishna, he took Arjuna, supposed to carefully guard and take these queens of Krishna, 16,100 queens, whom Krishna had married after killing Narakasura. And those queens, I was bringing them to Hastinapura in a very protected way. And Arjuna, the Gandhivadari, and such a great archer, Partha Dhanurdharaha, such a Dhanurdhara, he was coming. But on the way, some infidel cowherd man, Abhiras, some ordinary cowherd man in the forest, they defeated me. And I was not able to defeat. I was not able to defeat them. And now I'm the same Arjuna with the Gandiva, chariot and horses, but all this has become null in a moment. And this is very, very, very striking for Arjun. And this pastime is very, very instructive to all the devotees and all people. Sometimes Krishna may empower you, Krishna may give you so many blessings. But if Krishna withdraws those blessings, again you are nothing. So Krishna can withdraw. Mare Krishna Rake Ke, Rake Krishna Mare Ke. If Krishna decides to kill somebody, Ram decided to kill Ravan, nobody can save. If Krishna decided to save somebody, nobody can kill. Krishna decided to save Arjun, nobody could kill. Nor Bhishma, Drona, Karna, Jayadratha. So many people tried. Great, great warriors. But Krishna is under Krishna's protection. The same Arjun, without Krishna's presence, he is nobody. He was defeated. And these queens were abducted by this infidel cowherd man. So Srila Prabhupada writes in the purports this verse. He says, actually, these queens, he quotes from Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur gives gives a solution for a conflicts. The conflict is that Tatparya he has given that how can Krishna's queens be abducted by cowherd man? Why? What is the reason? Then they refer to other scriptures, other Puranas. It is mentioned these 16,100 queens of Krishna, they were worshipping uh, the Lord, and they were also praying that Lord should become their husband. And they pleased a rishi called Ashtavakra Muni. Ashtavakra means his body is bent in 8 places. So Ashtavakra Muni was pleased and he blessed them. Okay, you may get Lord as your husband. But unfortunately, these immature queens, they laughed at Ashtavakra Muni's the form, the bodily shape. Ashtavakra Muni's body was bent in 8 places, was not looking so good. So these women, these girls laughed at the Muni, the Rishi. The Rishi became angry and cursed. He said, though you may get Lord as your husband, but you'll be abducted. You'll be kidnapped by rogues. Then they fell at the feet of Rishi. Rishi said, okay, I will bless you that even though you get abducted, again you will go back and join Krishna, join Lord. So that was the past history. Therefore, when Arjuna was getting these queens, they got abducted. And Prabhupada further clarifies, since actually the wives of Krishna, they were very pure souls. They were already associated with Krishna so intimately. Actually, this abduction, whole pastime was put up by the Lord only to fulfill the curse of the sage, to respect his curse. And their abduction was not like ordinary abduction, material sense. Just like Ravana abducted Sita, there's a Maya Sita who went with Ravan because nobody can touch the consort of the Lord, Lakshmi Devi, like that. So Prabhupada clarified this. So how Arjuna's Gandiva did not help. Then Arjuna says, Yadus were cursed by Brahmanas, became intoxicated, fought with sticks and killed each other. So the Yadus were all, that is also arrangement of the Lord. They all living. Who can kill Lord's associates? Lord can kill somebody, but Yadus are associates of Krishna. Who can kill them? So Krishna arranged the fight amongst them because Krishna is leaving, winding up his pastime. He wants to take everybody with him. So they all fought. So they all also left along with Krishna. Then Arjun says, with this I am very much disturbed. At the time of disturbance in our life, what should we do? If you feel separation from Krishna, if you feel I'm very unhappy in my life because of some dissatisfaction, because of some problem in life, what one should do? Arjun focuses on Lord's instructions and attains transcendence. This is very interesting. What does Arjuna do after Krishna has left? You see, I have told you in the beginning of the class that how, when to retire. What is the pull for the Pandavas to retire? Is it the age limit? No. Is it the body become useless and not able to walk, not able to sit, not able to sleep? In such condition, did they retire? No. They were strong. They were able to do so many things. They were powerful, but they left because for the purpose of Krishna. They were not able to stay in the absence of the Lord. This is the goal of life, always to associate with Krishna. So Arjun, in that situation, when Lord is not present personally, he focuses on instructions of the Lord. We also have instructions of Lord available. That is Bhagavad Gita. So we should focus on the instructions of the Lord. So Arjuna said, I will focus. So Arjuna said, Yadus had become burden to earth, hence removed. Actually, it was the plan of the Lord to take them back after his Leela. So I am now attracted to Lord Govinda's instruction that relieve the burning of heart in all circumstances of time and place. I'm just remember Lord's instructions. So let us chant this beautiful verse. All of you, please unmute. देशकालार्थयुक्तानि देशकालार्थयुक्तानि हृत्तापोपशमानि च हृत्ताप उपमा उपशमानि च हरन्ति स्मरतश्चित्तम् गोविन्दाभिहितानि मे Please mute yourself. Arjun is saying, now I am attracted to those instructions imparted to me by the personality of Godhead. Govinda, Govinda Abhihitani me. Because they are impregnated with the instructions for relieving the burning heart in all circumstances of time and space. So we are so fortunate. All of us are so fortunate. The same what Arjun has access now, the book which we have here, Bhagavad Gita, which Arjuna took surrender, Arjuna took shelter of when Krishna left. And that is available for us. And Arjuna is saying, I am attracted to those instructions imparted to me by the Lord Govinda because they are impregnated with the instructions for relieving the burning heart in circumstances of time and space. The heart is burning, means no happiness, no satisfaction in life. Sometimes, we think, I am unhappy, but others are happy. This is a big disease in the material world. Grass is greener on other side. We think everybody is happy. I am one person unhappy in life. That is not true. How much big a person may be, they'll be going through so many challenges. Yesterday, somebody told me one very big man. I know him, I had met him. His net worth, could be about 40,000 crores. 40,000 crores is net worth. And this person apparently very happy. He has a wife and children, and he has sent his children abroad for education. And I came to know that few months ago he and his wife separated with divorce. And they were going through a lot of challenges, and they were going to counseling and various things. Nothing worked out. Then finally they separated. And separating after 27 years of marriage, and in this stage with the grown-up children, and when the companion is most needed in his life, he's giving up. And you can imagine what all both of them may be going through, the husband and wife, what all children must be going through, what the hell they can do with the 40,000 crores. They can't do anything. How much big we may be, how much powerful we may be, one may be going through so many tribulations, burning of the heart, it is called. Such time, what you should do, just like Arjun did. Arjun was very, very fortunate to hear Bhagavad Gita directly from Krishna. Even though he was so fortunate to hear, at the end, when Krishna left, Arjuna had to take the shelter of Bhagavad Gita. And we have the very same Bhagavad Gita with us. Very same Bhagavad Gita is there in our hands. So what is less we have? We have what is less, what is taking us different than Arjun? And we have wonderful translation and purport given by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. He's a great devotee of Krishna. You see how fortunate we are, and we also got the same fortune like Arjuna. So, thus, being deeply absorbed in thinking of the instruction of the Lord, which were imparted in great intimacy of friendship, and in thinking of his lotus feet, Arjuna's mind became pacified and free from all material contamination. Just by thinking of Krishna's, he opened up, he is always thinking of the Lord, and he thought of the instructions of the Lord, lotus feet of the Lord. So Arjuna was very pacified. He was no more interested in the material things. He was completely purified from all contaminations. Arjuna's constant remembrance of the lotus feet of Lord Sri Krishna rapidly increased his devotion. As a result, all the trash in his thoughts subsided. Arjuna is a pure devotee. However, it is narrated to say how powerful is thinking of Lord's pastimes. Sometimes we should know Lord's protection has two things: external protection and internal protection. Lord's protection is twofold: external protection, internal protection. People who are in ignorance think external protection is the protection, internal protection is not the protection. External protection means protecting my body, protecting my relatives, protecting my family, protecting my wealth. That is external protection. Internal protection is protecting me, soul, myself, going to hell, protecting from that. Krishna is interested in internal protection more. If the external things support for internal protection, then he will do. Ultimately, Krishna is our well-wisher. Therefore, sometimes Krishna can put somebody into a test, just like those queens who made fun of Ashtavakra Muni. They have to learn a lesson. For that is a externally they are abducted. Externally they are not protected by the Lord. Lord's own wives, Lord's own concerts, they're not protected by the Lord externally. But internally, Krishna cleansed their curse and protected them. Sometimes difficulties come in our life. It is for our purification. Krishna is helping us. Krishna is taking us out of some of the very bad things from our heart. It could be lust, greed, anger. Some lessons Krishna is teaching in life. He is doing the internal cleaning. By externally, he apparently it looks like he's not protecting. Actually, he's protecting. Just like a father, when he takes a stick and beats his child feels what kind of father he is. He's supposed to love me, he's supposed to give me happiness, he's supposed to protect me, but he himself is beating me. Somebody beats me, my father should protect me. But this father is taking stick and beating me. Why? The father is beating for the child's good. Child has to learn some lesson. For that, he is punishing the child to rectification of the child. Similarly, Krishna may take us through some turbulence situation in our life. When the difficulties come, we should actually learn from that. When the success comes, we surrender our success to Krishna. So, this is how a devotee should lead. So, Arjuna, you used this situation where separation of Krishna and he was getting defeated. It is a great, very big insult to Arjun. From his childhood, he was not defeated by anybody. Such a famous Arjuna was defeated by cowherd boys. Cowherd men is something which is Arjuna can't take it. He's a Kshatriya. But he took it in a spirit that Krishna has left. He understood because he's a devotee. For a Kshatriya to get defeated like this is worse than the death. So Arjun took that opportunity of this defeat, took the opportunity of Krishna's leaving and that separation to increase his devotion. If the devotee suffers, it should increase devotees' this devotion to Krishna, not decrease. Oh, I'm worshipping Krishna. Why this is happening to me? I'm a good person. I'm so much time and energy I'm spending for Krishna's seva, but I'm going through so many difficulties. Why is it happening to me? Now onwards, I will not worship Krishna. That is not, he is not a devotee, or she is not a devotee if she thinks like that. Rather, when the difficulty comes, one should depend on Krishna more and increase one's devotion. That's what Arjun did. Because of Lord's pastimes and activities, because of his absence, it appeared that Arjun forgot the instructions left by the personality of God. But if actually this was not the case, he again became Lord of his senses. He was able to control his senses by remembering God's instructions. So, because of his possessing spiritual assets, the doubts of the duality were completely cut off. Thus, he was freed from all three modes of material nature, placed in transcendence. There is no longer any chance of becoming entangled in birth and death. Janma, Mrityu. He was freed from the material form. So, this was happened to Arjun. Now, what is happening to Yudhishthira? The Yudhishthira came to know Krishna has left. Upon hearing, the Yudhishthira decided to go back to home, back to garden. He also turned his attention to Bhagavad Gita, the instructions of Krishna. Hearing Arjun, Kunti became absorbed in the thoughts, absorbed in Krishna with full attention, thus gained release from the material existence. As Arjuna is telling, Krishna has left and Yadavas have left, and what is happening, and he is telling how Krishna protected me. He is recollecting Krishna's pastimes, and he is telling that I will take the shelter of Krishna's instruction, Bhagavad Gita. Hearing this, Yudhishthira also decided to leave, go back to Godhead. Kunti also decided to go back to Godhead. So here, the Lord caused the Yadus to relinquish the bodies. Now, the day when Krishna left, the Kali has entered. The Kali Yuga has begun. When did the Kali Yuga begin? Exactly when Krishna left, the Kali Yuga has begun. That's why 5,000 years, we say 5,000 years back, Krishna left. So Maharaj Yudhishthira was intelligent enough to understand the influence of age of Kali. He already told to Bhimasena what is the characteristics he is observing. Increasing avarice, falsehood, cheating, violence throughout the capital, state, home among the individuals. So he wisely prepared himself to leave home. He dressed accordingly. And he immediately decided no more ruling the kingdom. You see how what the consciousness of the devotees like Pandavas. As so Krishna left, let's leave. No business here for us. Without Lord, I don't want anything in my life. If at all, if I have to accept something in my life, any name, fame, position, power, that's only by Krishna's order I'll do. If Krishna is not there, I don't want it. So Yudhishthira enthrones Parikshit and Vajra. So Vajranabha is Krishna's grandson, great grandson, and Parikshit is Pandava's grandchild. And Parikshit was properly trained, qualified. They made Parikshit as the king and Vajra as a king for Mathura. Then Yudhishthira performed Prajapatya sacrifice. Prajapatya sacrifice is to quit his household life. He has left everything. He quickly did this, and Yudhishthira retires. Yudhishthira relinquishes his royal garments and ornaments. He removed all the beautiful decorations on his body. He removed all the ornaments, necklaces, gold chains, and rings, and that's royal robes. and he amalgamated in his existence. He wore torn clothes. He was looking like a beggar now. Worn torn clothes, stopped eating and speaking, became like a deaf and mad man, not waiting for his brothers. He's not asking somebody, can I do this? Because ultimately everybody is connected to Krishna. What is that? Ask somebody else. Our connection to Krishna is the highest. He said, not waiting for brothers, he started towards north. In the footsteps of the great souls, to devote himself fully to the Supreme Lord, he left the north. He left everything, his clothes, royal opulence, everything. He has done his duty. So when to retire? When Parikshit is ready to rule, his duty is done, he retired. The man, after finishing his duty, he should not stick to and attach to material wealth. All the wealth supposed to be help us. Everything facility in our life should help us to become devotee of Krishna. So he left all those things. Then seeing the Kali Yuga, other Pandavas also decided to follow their elder brothers. So Arjuna, Bhima, Nakula, Sahadeva also decided, let's leave. They all perform principles of religion as a result of rightly decided lotus feet of Lord Krishna are the supreme goal of all. Therefore, they meditated upon lotus feet without interruption. They all meditated on Krishna's Angri. So on Lord's lotus feet, Pankaja Angri. So thus, by pure consciousness, due to constant devotional remembrance, they attained spiritual sky, which is ruled over by Supreme Narayana, Lord Krishna, Vaikuntha. This is attained only by those who meditate upon one Supreme Lord without deviation. This abode of Lord Sri Krishna is known as Goloka Vrindavana, cannot be attained by persons who are absorbed in material conception of life. But Pandavas, being completely washed of all material contamination, attained that abode in very same bodies they left and went with Krishna. Vidura, on the pilgrimage, left his body in Prabhasa Kshetra because he was absorbed in the thoughts of Krishna. He was received by the denizens of Pitraloka. Denizens of Pitraloka, where he returned to his original post. His original post is a Yamaraja. Pitraloka is the office, is the loka for the Yamaraja. There he gives the judgment for the souls of the Mrityu souls who come to him. Then Draupadi also saw her husbands. Now Draupadi saw all the 5 husbands without caring for her, without asking her, were leaving home. My God, they did not even ask Draupadi, they left all 5. She knew well about Lord Vasudeva Krishna, the personality of God. Both she and Subhadra became absorbed in the thoughts of Krishna and attained the same result as their husbands. They also got benefited because they got such a great husbands. So they also left. The subject of the departure of the sons of Pandu. This is the final Palashruti. Today, whatever we discussed, the subject of the departure of sons of Pandu for the ultimate goal of life back to God is fully auspicious and is perfectly pure. Therefore, anyone who hears this narration with the devotional faith certainly gains the devotional service of the Lord, the highest perfection of life. So Srimad Bhagavata is telling anybody hears this narration, they will get devotional service, bhakti to the lotus feet of the Lord. The last sloka of this chapter. So Yash Shraddhaya etat bhagavat priyanana Pandohu Sutanam iti samprayana Shunnoti alam satyayan pavitram labdva harau bhakti mupaiti siddhim. Bhakti mupaiti siddhim. The subject of the departure of sons of Pandu for the ultimate goal of life back to God is fully auspicious, is perfectly pure. Therefore, anyone who hears this narration with devotional faith certainly gains the devotional service of the Lord, which is the highest perfection of life. Siddhim. That's a siddhi one will get. So today we have discussed this wonderful pastime of how the Pandavas have left by hearing. Why Pandavas have left? They left for the highest purpose of life. So that was the discussion. And in the coming days, in the coming chapter, we will discuss about how Parikshit received the age of Kali. Now Parikshit becomes the king. As he becomes king, how does now Kali Yuga has started? How does he receive the age of Kali? That we'll discuss in the coming chapter in the next class. Anybody has any question to ask?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Then
Yes, Hare Krishna Vikas.
Prabhu, just one small confusion in my mind. During our Vrindavan Yatra, when we were visiting Gopinath ji and Madan Mohan ji, so then we heard one story that these deities were carved out when these 16,100 queens of Lord Krishna were grief stricken, and Vajranabh, the grandson of the Krishna, on the instruction of Garga Muni, has used that one stone in that jail to carve out these deities. So here we are reading that these queens were abducted on the way only. So means just confusion. That's why I just want to clarify from you, Prabhu.
They were abducted and they were released.
Okay, then they came back to Mathura with Vajranath. Okay, right. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Anybody has any other question? Okay, we will end here. We'll meet again next week with the discussion to Bhagavatam. Shri Shri Krishna Balaram ki, Shri Shri Gauranga ki,
Jai.
Srimad Bhagavatam ki. Shri Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, thank you.
Hare Krishna.